and welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited for this video. Basically, I'm going to take you along throughout my week as I get some gardening things done, some projects I want to do. We're starting off today by going on a little bike ride to the greenhouse. We have e-bikes, and so we can actually go pretty far. I just have the boys with me today. So I'm getting ready to get them in the bike cart, and we're going to bike out to the greenhouse and see what they have. It always feels chilly when you are on your bike with that wind. I probably will use a little bit of power on the bike just so we can make sure we get back by nap time. But then later on this week, I have a DIY that I saw from Lone Fox. I want to make some DIY planters, but stick around to the end because we're going to actually crunch the numbers and see if it's worthwhile. I'm really not sure. I think it might end up being a pretty expensive DIY, but I need to make basically a mobile herb bed that I can move around because we are going to be digging up our whole backyard. It's a whole thing. We're putting in a patio and stuff, so my herb garden is no more. So I'm going to be doing some potted herbs, and I thrifted an antique wagon. So anyway, that's going to be a lot of fun. I also found a recipe that I have the ingredients for in my fridge, and I want to make it. I also want to channel my inner Ma Ingalls here and put up some hooks at my kitchen window so I can hang dried flowers or dried herbs, things like that. So yeah, who knows what we'll get up to in this video, but it's kind of like garden themed because that's kind of what I'm doing in my life right now. So I thought I'd take you guys along with me, and bear with me if it's in bits and pieces. I think that just makes it that much more fun and that much more real life, right? So yeah, I'm so glad you're here, and let's get to the greenhouse. Okay, same dress, different day. I actually got part of the project started yesterday when Miller went down for his nap. Fletcher and I painted the paint cans. So we're actually gonna be making this project here I saw from Lone Fox, and I needed a vessel that had straight up and down sides, and it recommended going to like Joann's or Michael's and just getting like glass vases. And I was like, I'm gonna go to the paint store and get paint cans. That's gotta be way cheaper, right? And then Josh can drill holes in the bottom, which he did. Empty paint cans are not that cheap, so I would suggest if you guys eat like regular Maxwell House coffee or anything like that, we do not, but if you did, or you have a way of getting coffee cans, I think that would be a really brilliant alternative, and it would be like free. So that'd be a way to cut down on cost for a DIY. I think a real DIY should be close to free, and I don't think this one's going to be. I know it's not going to be. Anyway, so I got the paint cans, and Walmart has a cool line of spray paint. It's the Rust-Oleum brand, and they're ultra matte. So look for the ultra matte. I like that look. It's not so shiny, and it looks more like a stone or concrete or something. And the colors I picked were perfect gray, coastal sage, rustic pink, and down to earth. And I, so far, love how they all came out. Anyway, the idea is to make these planters and then put them in a rusty wagon that I found on Facebook Marketplace, and I can kind of move it around if I need to, because our patio is gonna be no more, and we're ripping it all up. And so I'm not really sure where I wanna place it. I think out where it was before is the best sunlight, so probably there again, but I love that it's mobile with the wheels and everything. So we're actually gonna be gluing on foam dowels all around the paint cans But before I did that, I want to just give them a quick coat. They're not like perfect by any means at all. It's just like so you don't see the metal shining through. And as I was doing this, it was a windy day yesterday and the paint cans were blowing everywhere. So I decided just to do the potting soil part already, which was kind of smart and kind of not. So I put gravel stones in the bottom from our driveway, and then I did potting soil mixed with some organic fertilizer. You can see what I used here. And that weighed them down a little bit more. But then when I went to spray paint, of course the air from the spray paint can blew the dirt around. So I put the paint can lids on to keep the dirt in, and that seemed to work fine. But there is a few little bits and pieces of dirt stuck in the paint. I just kind of like brushed them off this morning when they were dry. And it'll be fine. It's gonna all be covered up by the foam dowel rods anyway, which I got at Michael's. I had 2 different coupons that I stacked and layered, so that made it a lot cheaper. But yeah, that's the point we're at now. The paint cans have their first coat on, and I'm getting ready to hot glue the dowels on. But first, I wanna make a little garden salad that I saw a TikTok reel on, and it looks so delicious. I'll have to link it down below for you. But it has like, it looks like it's gonna have an Asian kick. So it takes, I prefer mini cucumbers, but I use them all up in my refrigerator dill pickles. We make those about every week. So I just have like the big ones that my produce stand had. But yeah, I highly recommend the mini cucumbers for about anything, but I've never made this recipe before, so I have a feeling it'll work. And then I have like the little mini bell sweet peppers. And then it takes sesame dressing. I've had the worst luck when I've gone to Walmart lately. I can never find the things I want to, but I go to Walmart when there's like an odd ingredient that I want because I assume Walmart will have it. I don't go to a Whole Foods or anywhere like that. If I want something exotic, I usually go to Walmart. But they did have a couple different options of sesame dressings. This is your Yo Mama's Asian sesame dressing. And then everything bagel seasoning, which I get at Aldi. And then I was nuts and I ordered an ingredient off of Amazon just because it looks so good. You guys know I'm like the condiment queen. I love a good sauce. And I found this chili crunch oil. It's called Hot Crispy Oil, a unique blend of fresh crispy garlic, shallots, and hot chili peppers. I just think that sounds so delicious. And I keep seeing people putting it on different stuff and different reels and stuff. So it must be like the new ingredient. You know, back in the day, it was like everything but the bagel seasoning was everywhere. I feel like this is, I don't know, having its moment. So we're gonna just put some of this on as well. I'm so excited. It sounds like it's gonna be a little bit of sweet heat with like an Asian kick to it. But while the kids are playing happily, I'm going to make this little snack, I guess we'll call it, and we'll get to DIYing. Try this. It smells a little spicy, I'm not gonna lie. I might want to keep my water bottle handy here until we see what it's like. But wow, it smells amazing. It's so colorful. It's like gardeny, and you can smell like the ginger and the sesame from the dressing. Okay, a little more everything bagel seasoning just to top it off. Okay, pepper, a cucumber. Let's try it. I have nothing to compare this to. It's not that spicy, so that's good. The cucumbers are like really fresh, and then of course I love sweet peppers, but there's like that slight hint of peanut dressing in the background, and then the sesame ginger and everything. My mind is immediately going to, I wonder what this would be like if I added some cooked ramen noodles to it, like, and chilled them, you know, like a Asian pasta salad. That kind of gives me that flair, you know, like the sweet and sour. Okay, well that was a success. Tried at home. I think next time I try this, I'm gonna add noodles, or maybe tomatoes. I don't know, it's very good. But I'm excited to try that chili crunch oil on other things. Okay, on to the DIY. Okay, so here the paint cans are. Josh actually popped the handles off for me, so they're flush on the sides. Like I said, we need them nice and straight. And they're perfectly fine like this. You could just do it like this. And I am gonna do some plain ones, I think. But we're gonna go the extra mile here and create a little bit of architectural interest, I guess you could say. So these foam dowels from Michael's, I just have been using a scissors and I've already started on, I'm cutting them the height of the paint can, and then we're just gonna glue them on every so often. And then when we spray paint them, they should look like they're part of the pot. We'll see. I have my glue gun and my mom's hot glue gun. And Evonnie said she wanted to help me, but right now she's happily playing, so I don't know. We'll see. I pretty much just got a couple of whatever they had. This is like a lot of these semicircle ones. This is the large size. We have the smaller size here. And yeah, they're just made out of foam, so the scissors is working great for that. And then if they have any little nicks or anything on them, I'm putting that knot on the top point. That way you don't see it. It's kind of hidden in towards the paint can, so hopefully you won't see anything like that. These are planters after all, but I wanted them to look as good as possible. You know, I don't like a DIY project that looks like a craft project. That's a whole different thing. Okay, I did 5 of them, and it takes a lot of foam dowels. If you want to actually cover up the whole surface, it's going to take you a lot. So most of the ones I did, like that one back there, everything's covered with foam, but a lot of them are not. And so that was able to save a little bit and make it go a little bit further. But I'm going to take everything outside right now and spray paint it, and then we'll plant our herbs. Thank you, Miller. Yeah, I need that one. Thank you. Princess costume all day?
No.
No. What do you guys think of my pretty planters?
They're pretty.
Do you like my planters? Yeah. Literally all of our exterior doors are wide open right now because the fresh air is just like the perfect temperature, the perfect smell. In Lancaster County in the spring, you never know what you're gonna get when it comes to smells, right? Sometimes it smells amazing, and sometimes the farmers are out spreading manure, so. You guys want to read about the Usborne First Book of Knowledge? Goodness, this is not a story.
No, I want to do that one. Actually, I want to do lightning one.
Okay, listen, this is not a storybook, so what do you want to learn about? We can just jump around wherever we want.
Lightning. No, I want to learn about outer space.
Okay, let's do weather first, and then we can do outer space. Look at this. I was just at my friend's mother-in-law's viewing, and it was so special. She had they put a bunch of boxes of books right by where you signed in, and they said if you have kids, take a book or two. She has so many books, so I got this one. It was from my childhood. We had this book, Usborne First Book of Knowledge. It's lots of like diagrams, and I don't know, they're taking quite the liking to it. The Earth spins on its axis and travels around the sun at the same time. How many days does it take? 365 and 1/4 days to make a complete trip. Okay, it's time to plant the herbs, the most important part. I am curious to see, I have to show you the finished product in a bit here. I'm totally fine that it's a craft project because it's going outside, but I'm also a little concerned how it's going to do in the weather. So I'll have to let you guys know. It's going to be getting put through the Pennsylvania elements, and yeah, we'll see what happens. But the kids are dying to help, so I said sure, we'll do it now before nap time.
You want to help? Yeah, we'll do it. You want to put this one in? Yeah. Okay, what should I put this one in? It doesn't matter. Make sure it looks good. Okay, get that looks good. Okay. Fletcher, do you know how you do it? What? You just squeeze it out, but don't squeeze it out. Because I can look. Oh, don't do that. I want to scoop.
Okay, you guys gonna help? No, you just dig a little hole and you drop it. Like go in like this. Dig a hole in there.
Okay, Mama, where should this one go? Okay, this one needs way more.
Yeah, don't cover the plant up though. Hopefully you can hear me out here. There is a beautiful breeze going. I just wanted to quickly debrief this project before we go inside and do some gardening, if you will, in the kitchen. So we'll talk price in just a second, but I did want to let you know the herbs I did this year were some parsley, oregano, and I found some golden oregano. It's so pretty. It's like really bright gold, I guess you could say. I found a big lavender plant, a very small rosemary plant, and I'm still waiting on dill. I checked 2 different greenhouses and neither of them had any, so I'll have to check again. I also have chives and basil, and so the kids helped plant them. And I think they should work out. I'm planning to just pull it over here by the house so it gets the same sun that my herbs did last year. And yeah, we'll see what works out. I'm pretty confident because I did the drain holes and the proper like stones in the bottom, where sometimes I can be lazy and just like skip that step. So hopefully things work out. And we're going on our anniversary trip here to Arizona soon, so stay tuned for that vlog coming up. But I think my sister will be coming halfway through, so I think they'll be fine. But anyway, the price on these. So I added up the paint, and the paint cans and the foam dowels, which were the largest expense, even with the coupon. And I divided it by the planters I have, and it came to about $20 a planter, which, I mean, I like DIYs that are free, you know, or very cheap at least. And the spray paint was really cheap. It was like $5.99, $5.98 a can. And then the foam dowel rods are just not cheap at all. I would say this would be a pretty good DIY if you have something sitting around that you can use rather than paint cans. That would definitely save you $7 a pot because you're not paying for the paint cans. Or maybe you have old empty paint cans. Just save them up over the years and remember this one in the future. Or same with like coffee cans. So yeah, I don't know. It was fun to make. Oh, and I didn't even count the wagon into the mix, but this wagon is so cute. It can be used for all kinds of stuff. So even if I move these planters into my sun porch in the winter or things like that, I know this wagon will get good use. So I did look online and I found one from West Elm that was $84, similar size and look. And so there you saved a lot of money, but I also found something that was kind of cute and very similar from Walmart, and it was 25 bucks. So I saved $5, yay. And that was a lot of work, but it was fun. Anyway, so I don't know what your viewpoint is on DIYs. I like when they do not look like arts and crafts projects, but they look like real dupes, you know? And so I am happy with the looks of them all and everything, but I don't know. Can you really justify the price at the end of the day? If you're into DIYs, I did last spring a really beautiful wall installation in my kitchen, and I can put that in the cards up here so you guys can check that out if you are a DIY queen. It was a smashing success and basically free, so yeah, check that one out. Also, I will say the ones that go horizontal are harder to make them stay. I had to keep hot gluing them and like squeezing them together and holding them for a long time for them to cure, whereas the vertical ones, since you're not going around a curve, they're just going up and down, they were super easy. So if you want something that's more durable, maybe do the up and down versions, but yeah, I think they look really nice. But I'm really excited for when we have our patio done this spring. We're in their schedule for May, so that's coming up here soon. I probably won't do a lot of cute like planting and stuff though till next spring after we've used the space for a little bit and I see where I want my herb wall. I'm thinking an herb wall, we'll see. And then I want to do a little vegetable garden too somewhere with some tomatoes and peppers and things like that. So that's all still developing yet in my mind. I'm not sure what we're gonna do. But Josh will be home here in a minute. I'm gonna get him to help me hang up my beautiful hooks, and we can dry some flowers or something on it and see how it works out. It is the next day. I actually ran out to another greenhouse and found dill, and I was looking for some flowers that we could like try to dry here with my hooks that I got. I got these off of Etsy actually. So what I want to do is hang them up here on this kind of side of my cabinetry, and then yeah, I can dry flowers, I can dry dill or parsley, oregano, you know, all the herbs. And it can also add a little bit of decor. So I might not be having like onions draped from my ceiling like they did in the olden days, but we can do a few herbs, right? Which one should we do here? I think the button. So like if I have them looped here.
What?
I'm gonna put in the basement and I might need a little help.
Something like that? So maybe put it right where the dot is? Or higher than that? I don't know. There we go, that works. Okay, I'm not loving this. Josh, you're not funny. Okay, I think that looks cute. Let me just trim that off. So there you go, you can kind of get the idea for it. This is actually just a portion of the rosemary plant that I got. It looks just so healthy and so full, unlike some of the other ones I got. So there we go, it'll be dried till we get back from our trip. I was just at the greenhouse, like I said, and boy, that's the first thing I'm gonna do when I get back from our trip. It was so beautiful in there. I wanna get my plants. Evonnie actually said she wants to have her own little flower garden. So I think we'll let her have the one by the mailbox. I don't know, I'm just excited for all things spring. So I hope this video inspired you to get some of your gardening projects going. I'm not a gardener, but I still enjoy all that. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna go tidy up my house now. We're leaving for our trip tomorrow morning at 2 in the morning. I think we're gonna go to the airport. 10 years married. I just can't believe it. I can't believe it. Actually, our anniversary is in July, so we have a few more months yet, but still, that's like right around the corner. And yeah, we're celebrating now because you want to go to Arizona, we're told, in the spring. It's just like the most beautiful time of the year there. So come back for that video. I know you guys will love it. And also check out all of the awesome candles and different products that I have on our Fox Sparrow website. We have a whole bunch of new things. I'm not sure when this video is going out, but if Mother's Day is not here yet, we have some awesome Mother's Day gifts. Handmade leather items, candles, cloth pouches, and glass coffee mugs. So yeah, there's something on there for everyone. Thank you guys for being here, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye everyone.